Hi everyone, my name's Ben, I work for the Game House, and today we're just doing a quick video on the top players in Madden 24 that have been released already. Now, I am recording this on Thursday, so cornerbacks and tight ends are coming out today, and then Friday will be quarterbacks, linebackers, punters, kickers, and fullbacks. Now, not listed on here is Travis Kelce, who is a 99. He's getting a 99, and my guess would be that the only other player joining the 99 club will be Patrick Mahomes. He'll probably be a 99. So let's just go ahead and look at the players we have in the top 10 overall. This isn't by position. Obviously, starting with Aaron Donald, one of the best players in the league. My vote for the best player in the league. It may seem a little bit weird that he's listed at right end, but that is a scheme fit. Technically, in the scheme, he is a right end, even though we know him as a defensive tackle. He's a 99, so let's go ahead and look at his stats last year via Pro Football Reference, which is one of the best sites you could use. I'm sure a lot of you know what this is already. He only played in 11 games last year. The Rams were notoriously injury-prone. Defended 2 passes, forced a fumble, 5 sacks, made the Pro Bowl still. Those aren't awesome numbers relative to his sort of skill set, but he did only play 11 games. Last year when he made the first team All-Pro, he was a Pro Bowler again, and he was third in voting for Defensive Player of the Year. He racked up 12.5 sacks, 4 forced fumbles, 4 pass defenses, 84 combined tackles. As you can see, this list of awards is absolutely insane. He has 3 Defensive Player of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year, made a Pro Bowl every single year, made first team All-Pro every single year but 2. That's his rookie season and his last season. 99 seems very deserved. Next we have Justin Jefferson, wide receiver for the Minnesota Vikings. Played in all 17 games, led the league in receptions, led the league in yards, led the league in yards per game, led the league in yards per touch 2 years in a row. 5th in MVP voting, Offensive Player of the Year last year, obviously. All-Pro first team, Pro Bowl. He may be the best receiver in the league right now. This one is a tough one, Zach Martin. I won't go ahead and bore you with his stats, but he is the absolute anchor of that Cowboys line. He makes Pro Bowls every single year. He makes first team All-Pros all the time, second team All-Pros a few times. Right guard is a very unsung position, so it would be hard to sort of show you his effect on the game without using tape, but trust me, he is well deserving of this 99 rating. He's one of the best Cowboys offensive linemen of all time, and I know that's saying a lot. Next, we have Lane Johnson, obviously one of the anchors of that Philadelphia Eagles that led the league in rushing, had the best rushing attack. Again, it's going to be hard for me to show you how much of an impact he makes, but if you know football, you know Lane Johnson. That's pretty easy. Myles Garrett, the defensive end, from Cleveland. Everyone knows who he is, another household name. Played in 16 of 17 games last year. I'm not sure what that game he didn't start is. I would have to look that up. I'm not too sure about that. 4 defended passes, 2 forced fumbles, 16 sacks. That's just missing out on being the league leader in sacks, 60 tackles. 5th in Defensive Player of the Year, All-Pro second team because there was one defensive end better, and then Pro Bowler for the 4th time. Made an All-Pro team for the 3rd year in a row also, although it was the second team. Myles Garrett, very deserving of this rating. Let's check out some of the specifics. We got his speed at an 87. Think that should be a little bit higher. Acceleration 91, that's perfect. Strength obviously 96. Agility 86. And then awareness rating at a 95. You got to be aware if you're a defensive end and if you're rated this highly, so all of that makes sense to me. Nick Bosa was the guy who beat him out for that first team All-Pro slot. Led the league in sacks last year, was Defensive Player of the Year last year. Not much more to say about that. They are rated 98. I guess these numbers sort of add up higher for Myles Garrett, which is why he's listed above him, but that makes perfect sense. Trent Williams, one of the best tackles in the league. Not really much to say other than blindside blockers are absolutely huge. In the NFL, most quarterbacks are right-handed, so left tackles need to be great. He's one of the greatest left tackles in the league, maybe in history. We're going to have to see how the rest of his career pans out. Tyreek Hill, the Cheetah, 98. Obviously, his speed is at a 99. His acceleration is at a 99. He's one of the fastest players in the history of professional football. Let's look at his agility rating, too, 98. And his awareness is at a 94. Don't need to show you his stats. Everyone knows who Tyreek Hill is. Everyone knows he's a big reason they were 8-0 while Tua was upright. Easy to give him the ball when he's that far separated from all the other cornerbacks. Davante Adams, maybe my pick for the best receiver in the entire league, although I am a Packers fan, so that sort of weighs into it. I know he's a Raider now, but I'll always love him. Adams led the league in receiving touchdowns for the second time in his career. 18 in 2020, 14 in 2022. Had 100 receptions for the fourth time in his career, third time in a row. Over 1,500 yards for the second year in a row. Over 1,300 yards for the fourth time in his career. All-Pro first team wide receiver, Pro Bowl. Third straight first team All-Pro. Sixth straight Pro Bowl. Those numbers speak for themselves. If he had a little better quarterback play, he might overtake Justin Jefferson. And then finally, rounding out the top 10, we have Micah Parsons. Again, listed as a right end. Most of us think of him as a linebacker, but he can move all over the field, so depending on the scheme, that's how they list him. He is a 97. Had another great year during his sophomore season. Played every single game. 3 forced fumbles, 3 pass defenses, 13.5 sacks. He had a touchdown last year for the first time. 65 combined tackles. That takes a bit of a dip, but people know about him, so they're double teaming him a little more often, which makes his sack total going up a little more impressive. 8th in MVP voting, 2nd in Defensive Player of the Year voting to Nick Bosa, 2nd straight All-Pro first team, 2nd straight Pro Bowl appearance. Speaks for itself. So those are the top 10 overall rated players in Madden 24. A lot of offensive linemen, a lot of defensive players, which is really interesting. Let me know what you think about this list down below. Let me know if you think somebody should have been higher. And thanks for watching. I appreciate it.